Good day, folks. Welcome back to video 3 of our pre-hatch 6-pack video series here. Tonight I'm tying up the Apricot Daphnia. Been asked about this fly a few times, so thought I would share it with everybody. This has been a killer for me, right at ice off and then again in the fall. So let's tie this one up and hopefully it'll help you catch some fish. I've got a size 10 Togan scud hook in the vise. I don't think the hook matters too much here, so it's up to you. I like the hookup rate of these hooks, so I'm a pretty big fan of them. And I've got some 020 lead wire, and I'm just going to put 8 or 10 wraps of this right in the center of the hook here. And there's not much to this pattern, so all this does is help to get it down. I'm tying with fluorescent fire orange UTC 70 thread, and we'll just go ahead and get the thread started on the hook here and just build a couple ramps in behind the lead, and then probably cover up most of that lead. This material we're going to wrap with is fairly translucent, so I do like to just cover this. Doesn't have to be perfect, but get it somewhat covered up. And all the ramps do on either side of the lead is make wrapping your material a little bit easier so it's not scooting away on you. So I'll just build this up a little bit here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, but just try to get the majority of it covered up. And then make sure my thread ramp is where I want it. And that looks about right there. So then you can come right to the back, and the material I've got is FNF Daphnia Fritz, and this is the apricot color. So I've got a chunk of it here. I'm just going to peel a little bit off the end just to expose the cord. See there, just makes it a little bit easier to tie it in. And we'll go ahead and just tie that in at the back here. And bring your thread forward like so, and then you can just give that a half hitch or a quick whip finish just to keep your thread in place up front there. And now it's pretty simple. Just take this Fritz and wrap it, just preen it back as you go. Keep your wraps fairly close together, and 4 or 5 is probably all you need. That's about all the way we'll go, and then I usually give it a twist. Hopefully you can see that there, and all that does is kind of gather that material together and make tying it off a little bit easier. So a couple wraps over top, a couple wraps in front. Come in here with your scissors, get as close to it as you can, pull everything back, and just start to cover up and create a little bit of a hot spot at the front of the hook here. Get that wrapped up the best you can. If you've got any extras, and, trim them down nice and short, but don't be too worried about that at this point. We can just melt those away later. That looks pretty good there. We'll go ahead and whip finish it. And then you can, I usually just take a lighter, peel this back so you don't burn any of that. Just come in here and give that a quick touch. That'll get rid of any excess you might have there. And then that's about all there is to it. Throw some super glue on the thread wraps there, and that thing will catch you fish, I guarantee it. Got a little bit of water here just to kind of show what it looks like when it gets wet. It is pretty neat once it hits the water. I'll just soak this a little bit for you here, just so you can kind of see that it's again, you can see that translucent look that thing gets when it's wet, and I'll tell you, the fish sure like it. So give that one a try. Online is probably the easiest place to find this Fritz, and give it a fish. Hang it under an indicator. You can strip it through the water column. I'm usually fishing it under the indicator, and like I say, it's a winner. So there it is. That's the Apricot Daphnia. I hope you enjoyed that video. We've got a few more coming yet, and we'll get those out to you fairly soon. Give it a thumbs up if you like this one, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Tight lines.